So, I mean, you can imagine with my own brothers that literally that moment that was like captured on camera, like literally they were all leaning and like, wait, what? I mean, and I've known Augie and Omar, literally Omar and I were in the same playpen together at Jones Beach. If there's anyone here from New York, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, they never had a clue that I felt like this. And then as an adult, like, how dare I even complain about it, right? So I never felt like I had the option to complain. First of all, we, marginalized people, we don't get permission to complain. We just don't. It's like, you know what, we got a lot going on here. Get over it, right? Especially in families. It's like, you have some extra time, here's a broom. Like, that's a big joke in the Latino community. Oh, you're just hanging out here? Why don't you help me clean up? Like, there just isn't a lot of extra time because we're always fighting. We're always struggling. We're always trying to like make good on the promise of the sacrifice of our parents or our grandparents, right? And so that's what it's like on the lighter skin now, being the interesting thing and the difficult thing, and I would say the most challenging thing is not being accepted by my own community. And it's really when the community does this thing where they act like what I call the enoughness police. And if you're part of the enoughness police and you're watching and you're like, oh my gosh, I think she's talking to me, I want you to know I forgive you, okay? And I also want you to know it's time to stop, right? It's time to stop evaluating people based on what our measures are for what is Latino enough. Like, fluency in language, or ability to bachata perfectly, or salsa or merengue. Even though I'm very proud of my merengue, I really have a hard time with bachata. I just don't get it, okay? Still as Latina as everybody else. And I'm making a joke, but sometimes we can kind of judge and assess each other. And it doesn't matter what anyone says to me oftentimes, sometimes, but I'll say for the most part, people are critical, they're haters, and I'm okay with it, and I'm here for it. It's part of the job. But when I get criticism inside the community and it's about something like my Latinidad or something that kind of criticizes me as not being the best person for the job, that's when I have to say, you know what, we gotta stand together and stay unified because we do have plenty of work to do. And there's lots still to overcome. And we're so much more powerful as the collective group that we are than a bunch of individuals criticizing each other because they don't think that we measure up.